Bolden Stadium. It's going to be match number 2. St. Benedict's College coming up against Carapichaima East Secondary, and based on the first game, the first round games, St. Benedict's College drawing 1-1 and Carapichaima East being humbled by 5-0. Well, you'll have to say that St. Benedict's must start as favourites here to win this game. But who knows? Football isn't played on paper. Football isn't played on past results. Football is what happens in 90 minutes on the day itself. But one would have to say that St. Benedict's, from what I understand, Brent, this is the first time we're seeing both these teams. I understand St. Benedict's a very physical, tough team, and who knows, you know, the damage and defeat Carapichaima East suffered in the first round, how much of an effect that may very well have on them.
Yeah, for them, it is all about getting back into the group play. Of course, as you mentioned, losing their first game 5-0 to Speyside High. And for St. Benedict's, drawing against a very fancied Fatima College team, they would think now is the time to push on and maybe get a positive result. As of course we see the both teams walk out here. Colin, we also have to pay attention to the weather that has changed significantly from the minute we started the broadcast to where we are right now. We've had a heavy downpour during the course of the first game, and of course the pitch looks like it has been significantly softened by the weather, and you wonder, footing, how that would play a part in this game.
Yes, we'll just have to wait and see as the two teams line up. In the St. Benedict's there in their traditional green and black shorts, and Carapichaima in the yellow and blue. And players just greeting each other. The keeper for St. Benedict's, the Devonish, we've seen him before. And they are the officials for today's encounter. And we see the skippers getting the toss. Of course, the skipper for St. Benedict's, Nissim Alexander, and that is the skipper for St. Benedict's, in fact, is Tariq Lee, and the skipper Isaiah Joseph for Caps East. Two teams in terms of St. Benedict's having their warm-up before the start of the game. 2 o'clock, there was a 2 o'clock game, and certainly if you're now tuning in, that was won by presentation by 3-1 against Malik. So St. Benedict's were just warming up on the side of the field to the back of the goal post while that game was going on. And there is the St. Benedict's team now all in prayer. So is just out of the picture now the Carapichaima team, and I was about to say Carapichaima team also saying their last minute prayers. And just waiting. Let's have a look at the lineups. This is let's see, it is Caps here, Caps East. Rivers in goal is Wickham, Modest, Joseph, David, Trotman, Christopher, Holder, Karim, Humphrey and Davis. The coach is Coach Harding is the man, and then the St. Benedict's, well, their coach is Randolph Boyce, but they go with Devonish in goal. There's Alexander, Bobcom, Brown, Lee, Dimas, Garcia, Moran, Niles, Ochoa and Philip. That is their lineup. Their coach, of course, is Randolph Boyce. So we're just getting ready here for the start of this encounter, St. Benedict's against Carapichaima East. So it's so here they go, St. Benedict's first long ball, but really aimless ball, and it's not going to be picked up by anybody. It's going to be a goal kick for Caps.
I think, Colin, when you look at the format that has been deployed this year in the SSFL, from a Caps perspective, you know, this game is almost a do or die for them. Because obviously they lost their first encounter, 5-0 against Speyside. And with the shortened program that is the fixtures this year, you really can't afford to lose ground.
Yeah, you can't.
So it's interesting to see how they approach this one.
Well, here goes Benedict looking to create something, but they've got to go all the way back. So knocking it around at the moment, just trying to get a feel of things and the conditions here. A little bit dangerous, but suppose they lose it here, but quickly regaining possession. But
That's
then they give it away and can't be kept in. So this is St. Benedict's in possession. Long ball coming as they come forward with it. Oh, that's a timely interception. But still, Benedict's in control. Ball is going to be played wide, getting it out there towards Bobcombe. And Bobcombe just going off forward. The cross comes, the header
should be
right
in.
across the goal. Oh, the first real opportunity. Goalkeeper Rivers was really a spectator.
So good header there by Garcia, it looked like. Probably could have hit the target there, Colin.
Yeah, he could have. He should have hit the target. Should have hit the target for sure. St. Benedict's have started very positive here. But here goes Benedict's again. Trying to create something here. Looking for a 1-2. That's an overhit. Oh, nearly caught Rivers napping. He was coming out quickly. And certainly nearly caught him. But so far, Benedict's, they've kept a lot of possession. This is Alexander, gets it to Bobcombe. He takes it down nicely. Oh, this is not a bad run. So this is the Benedict's on the go again. This is a lovely ball. This could be our opportunity. The shot comes. Oh, it's in the back of the net. Well, it was coming, wasn't it? Because Benedict started to come forward, and what a great goal there. It seems to be Garcia that put it into the back of the net. He cut in, Brent. Let's have a look at him. He got the through ball, and then he cut inside beautifully.
Once he had his defender 1v1, turned him inside, and a very good shot there. There may be an argument there that the goalkeeper could have done a little bit better. But I think the power is what got the ball into the back of the net. Of course, Garcia having an earlier chance and just heading wide, but in this occasion, he paid for the ticket and won the lottery. 1-0.
So 1-0 for St. Benedict's. And the goal coming from the boot of Daryl Garcia.
Well, they've started the brighter of the two, certainly. They've taken the fight to Carapichaima, East Colin, and as you rightfully said, there was only one team that would go ahead, and it would be St. Benedict's.
Yes,
just because of the way they've started this game.
Oh, they've started so positive, full of confidence on the ball. And I like Brandon knocking it around as well. They really started well.
Well, there's an air of confidence in the team. Of course, they drew their first game, and there might be another chance here for them.
Yes, sir. He turned there, but couldn't really get the shot away. That was Garcia again. This time coming in field. This is Brown. Getting it going down the line is Niles.
It's a good delivery.
This is Niles, but the clearance very, very iffy. This is Garcia again. And foul.
Well, there's an enthusiasm to get forward from St. Benedict's. When the ball goes out wide, there's 3-4 green shirts flooding the 18-yard box of Carapichaima East. And that's what you want if you're a coach. And I'm sure Coach Boyce is very happy as we have a look at Coach Boyce there in the screen.
Wasn't he with Caps? Wasn't he with Caps at a few years ago?
Yeah, he was with Caps, yeah. Ronald Boyce. Also, of course, coached in the Ascension as well, Coach Boyce. And done a very good job there.
This is Garcia, the goal scorer, looking for a 1-2.
This is not bad. This could be trouble if they don't clear their lines.
This could be another chance here. Oh, he's just was running out of room there. Was Tariq Lee, the skipper, and had to try to turn back. There is the St. Benedict's coach, Randolph Boyce.
And
he's smiling and laughing.
Well, he should be a happy man.
So the corner for St. Benedict's. Taking short. Cleared up field. Benedict's really in control of this game. It's Bobcom trying to get it over. Still, Carapichaima having problems clearing it. And it's going to be a throw for Benedict's.
It's coach of Carapichaima. Must be wondering what can he do to stem this flow. That is St. Benedict's College.
It's going to be a long afternoon. The way things are shaping,
yeah,
it's going to be a long afternoon.
Well, we're not even 10 minutes in, Colin, and St. Benedict's, although they're one goal up, if you've just walked into the venue, you wouldn't think that they're up 1-0. Looking like they're the team that's down. And Carapichaima has really struggled.
Wickham couldn't even get that ball away. Cleared it on to Lee. Finally, it gets into the Benedict's half, but it's headed by Morion. It's Lee trying to flick it on towards Garcia. High clearance. Loose ball goes to Bobcom. He goes all the way back to Morion. This is a good ball in field to Lee. He's looking for the return ball. Keeper is going to pick up that. That's a ball, searching ball for the man wide. Here goes Carapichaima. High ball headed away. It's with Bobcom.
That's a good ball.
Here's the ball going over to the far side. Trying to get it back to Garcia. So this is Benedict's in control again. It's with Morion, and
he was always stretching.
Yeah, always. So it's going to be a goal kick for Caps.
I know it's still only 12 minutes so into this game, but there's been a lot of thought in what they're doing, St. Benedict's. There seems to be a style and pattern that they are trying to achieve in the way they play. And not only they've settled well, but they've totally taken control of this football game. I'm not even sure if Carapichaima has made it down to St. Benedict's box.
This is, well,
this is trouble.
Problems, real problems. The defender's very hesitant. The shot was coming there from, looked to be Brown, but here is Benedict in control of things again.
That's a good ball.
Long ball, and that's in the back of the net.
Brilliant.
Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. Ochoa, the man putting the ball into the net. He took it on the volley, Brent. It was a beauty of a ball over the top of the defense. And look at that. He took it on the volley and he really just side-footed it into the back of the net. That's a good goal.
It's a good goal by that man there.
Ochoa.
Josiah Ochoa. Once the ball was played over, defender had 6s and 7s. But how many times, Colin, we've seen that type of situation blasted over the bar? Instead, he went for the side of the foot and guided the ball into the back of the net. That's a difficult skill altogether, and a good finish.
Excellent finish. So Benedict's now, they lead by 2-0, and you really have to think, Brent, this could be, well, we see the referee. What is happening here? He's well, he's now starting the play. So it was a free kick for Benedict, as this is Brown in possession. Goes wide to Morion. He's going to play it infield, gets it there towards the goal scorer, Ochoa. This is Bobcom. Still Bobcom in possession, gets it infield to Brown. Plays it nicely across to that man who is coming wide on the left. That's Philip.
Well, there's a confidence and a crispness in the way they want to play, Colin, St. Benedict's. And it's really refreshing to see. They're not only connecting on the passing, they're passing for a reason. And that is to advance the ball.
Yeah, they look supremely confident on the ball, don't they?
And what they do. And they're trying to overpopulate areas of the field where they can have, of course, an advantage. And it's been good so far.
Oh, it certainly has been.
It's going to be an interesting group. They're obviously in Group A alongside Naparima College and St. Anthony's. Some of the early front runners in this competition. I know it's only game 3 for us, Colin, but we've seen some entertaining stuff in patches.
Oh yeah, that's no doubt about it. So they just can't seem to get out of their half, Brent. This is David.
Well, they're trying to play out of the back, but they've been under so much pressure by St. Benedict's. I'm not sure if that's a wise decision.
Even when Morion slips, there's nobody around to get it from him. He just gets back up and gets the ball. That's Brown. Nice ball wide on the left, but Niles is in an offside position. It's going to be a free kick for Caps. They trail by 2-0. The goals coming from Garcia and Ochoa. There goes Bobcom, but
it's a foul.
Yes, it's going to be a free kick for St. Benedict's. So Morion, is going to go down to take the free kick.
Looks like Carapichaima East player is struggling. The number 20. It's not moving comfortably.
Yeah, that's Hines.
I'm seeing some movement down on the bench for Carapichaima East.
So that's the free kick.
That ball's gone.
Yeah, it's gone out of play. The assistant referee has signaled it's going to be a goal kick for Caps. So Caps with the goal kick. The heads go up, but even the air balls, Brent Brown in the middle of the field is winning most of them.
Yeah, he's been dominant, and what I like about him, he's mobile and he's good on the ball. And as you rightfully said, even when St. Benedict's players are slipping at the back, there's no one around to take the ball off of them. That's good football.
So here comes Benedict's. That's a through ball looking for Garcia, but it's intercepted by Joseph. So it's going to be a corner for St. Benedict's. It's been really, for the first 18 minutes, one-way traffic here. Don't think the St. Benedict's custodian, Devonish, I can't remember him even picking up the ball, Brent.
I was wondering if he even left the locker room. But it has been that type of game. And it's all down to the way St. Benedict's have applied themselves. Carapichaima East haven't even had a chance, really.
So that should have been aiming for Brown, but there is the ball coming right. That's a good cross, and that's not a bad effort at all, coming in there from Lee, and it took well, I want to say a block, but I don't think he blocked. This is Lee again. This is another chance. He turns. Oh, he hits it over the bar. Well. He had the opportunity the first time. The volley, Brent, was absolutely beautiful. He hit it well. It came off of a defender. Then he got the return ball, came in field, and just couldn't keep the shot down.
Yeah, he couldn't keep the shot down. It's a good bit of work by Lee, taking a couple defenders with that feint to the left. And when he eventually getting the ball on his right foot, he just skied it over. And I think that's the change I was talking about, Colin, substitution-wise, for Carapichaima East. They were probably playing the last 5 minutes or so.
So Hines is off.
Yeah, and the last 5 minutes, Colin.
He was struggling.
He was struggling.
Yeah, and Kissoon has come on for him. Trying to get into the play immediately was Kissoon. So the confirmation of that substitution, Keon Kissoon on, and Jaquan Hines is off. So he was struggling with a little bit of an injury, because you don't think it was a tactical change, Brent, after 20 minutes.
No, he was struggling.
This is Kissoon. Oh, he loses out, took too much time on the ball, gave the defenders the opportunity to win it back. Here's Kissoon again. He's been in the action since he's come on. This is Brown. He's really controlled that middle, hasn't he?
He's as I said, he's a big boy, mobile, understands where he needs to be, provided an outlet as well for the defenders.
This is Bobcom going forward, gets the return ball from Garcia, sends it across field, looking for Lee. It's cleared up field, but Garcia wins it. Plays it, the shot comes, and well, I thought for one moment it took a deflection. The shot coming there from Philip, thought it took a little bit of a deflection, but it did not. And so it's going to be a goal kick for Caps. So the goal kick sent upfield, and there's Brown again. Wins the header.
It's really a tower in the middle of the park.
This is a good ball forward.
This
is
trouble.
Leo. That's 3-0. Well, the ball sent right through, and there was Tariq Lee just running onto it, and he slotted it into the back of the net. And it's now 3-0, and we have only been playing for 22 minutes. Well, ball again over the top, Brent, and he just ran onto it and slid it away from the keeper.
Well, once this ball was played in, there was only one winner, really. Some ambitious ball at best. 50-50, and Lee made it 60-40, but more importantly, he made it 3-0.
Yeah, let me just correct that. Not over the top, but you're right. A ball straight through the defense, and all he had to do was to run onto it.
Well, it wasn't a perfect pass, but because Lee wanted to be first to it, he changed the odds. As Carapichaima each ring in the changes. And this one is certainly not one for injury, more tactical, I would suggest.
Well, Wickham, one of the central defenders, he's come off. And the man going on is Thomas. So Thomas Robertson is the man coming on, and he's gone into the midfield. So there's obviously, as you rightly say, it's some sort of defensive switch. And Lee can't keep that in, can he? Yes, he has. So the ball sent upfield. This is Kissoon looking to take on his man. Has to get some backward support. Gets it from Emmanuel. Still Emmanuel doing well, and he's being brought down. And didn't really go down, but you could see he was tripped. And the referee right on spot to indicate it's going to be a free kick for Caps. So Caps trailing here by 3-0. And I think I made mention earlier, Brent, could be a very long afternoon for them. So it's the free kick. It's going to be taken by Emmanuel. It's going to go all the way back to his keeper.
But I think their approach has to be to stop the flow of goals by St. Benedict's. I mean, it's not about necessarily now trying to get back into true scoring yourself, but you've got to stop St. Benedict so freely getting ahead.
So Karim has gone into that central defensive role. He was in the midfield for Caps. He's now gone into a central defensive role with Joseph. But this is David playing it upfield, but gets it only as far as Garcia. Sorry, that ball was played actually through, looking for Garcia. It was played by Niles, and St. Benedict's player down at the moment. The referee is allowing play to go on as it's sent upfield. This is the first time I think Devonish has touched the ball, and in the meantime a player is down. Not too sure who it is. It's not Garcia, it's not Lee, could be Bobcom. So the players in the meantime just getting some water at the side of the field, while the player, it is Niles who is down. He is just getting so yes, we're looking at some of the fans here at the game. So there is Caps players just getting some water and moving off. So they play has started back, and that ball long forward, and this is Lee, goes past one. Is he going to look for the shot? No, he's trying to play it square across the box. No one is there, and it goes out. It's going to be a goal kick for Caps.
Wrong decision.
Yeah.
Would have been better served there, having a go on goal, particularly in the type of form he's been in this game in particular. As we had a look at the goalkeeper for St. Benedict's there, Colin. I think he's on his knee. He's on one knee, and he's probably about 2 minutes away from pulling out a newspaper and sitting down. Well, it's been that sort of game for St. Benedict's.
He's probably begging for some action. So the ball sent upfield from the goal kick. It's Emmanuel playing it forward. It's looking to get it wide to Kissoon, but can't keep it in. No, he can't. It was Niles, as he was trying to just keep that ball in play. And it's going to be a throw for Caps. Emmanuel is going to take the throw. The ball played all the way back to the keeper. And Devonish sent downfield. Is that Garcia? No, that is not Garcia in possession. In fact, it's Niles. So this is a good run, and what he's picked up speed here now. He's looking for the shot. No, he gives it to Garcia. He leaves it.
That's good football.
Ball sent in field. Oh my word! They still can't get it clear. The shot from Garcia again. It rebounds. Well. That ball goes all the way back now. That was Ochoa. He picked up speed and really took off. Here is the ball played all the way back. It's with Brown. He plays a lovely ball, but I don't think he's going to get there. Looking for Garcia.
But it was a good passage of play by St. Benedict's. As we have another look at it here, Ochoa comes inside.
Yeah.
And of course, he had to make the right decision, which he did. Of course, the ball being allowed to go forward and then the crossing. Yep, that's good football, Colin.
Yeah, the ball came across from Niles. But what a dummy from I think it was Garcia who would give him the dummy, and then Niles. But Carapichaima was in all sorts of disarray.
Trouble here.
And Garcia in the end was trying to just play it back across. But again, more problems for Caps. Coming up to 30 minutes, and they trail by 3-0. But Brent, it could so easily have been 5 or 6.
Yeah, if it was for a bit more composure. Obviously choices, whether to shoot or pass. That's really why this scoreline has stayed at 3. Carapichaima have really struggled to cross their half, and a lot of it is really down to the dominance of St. Benedict's. They've not only been, we talked about their physicality before the game, it's not just been the physical aspect of the game, but they've played some really good football.
Yeah. What I like about them as well, Brent, when they get possession, the change of pace at some of the players, Garcia, Ochoa, Niles, they just change pace and put the Carapichaima defenders under real pressure. This is Garcia, but for once he's not winning it. Oh, that's a good turn from Trotman. Did well, sends a good ball forward. This is David. So Caps now finally threatening. In support is Kissoon, sends the ball across, headed away. So the first real attack after 31 minutes, Brent. Carapichaima came up the sides of the field, sent the ball across, but good defending. Yeah. St. Benedict's also showing that they're pretty capable at the back in terms of their defending.
But they have some quick and agile boys at the back with good size as well. But for what we've seen so far, Colin, I know it's still early. They look the complete package.
Oh yeah, yeah. They look a really good team. And I just want to say, Brent, if Fatima could have gone south and draw 1-1 with them, I mean,
I knew that was coming.
It augurs all well. It augurs well for the secondary schools, the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools League, when we could get quality teams like that. And it was that kept in? No, it was not. So it's going to be a throw for Caps.
Well, as I said, they, of course, in Benedict sit in Group A. And when you look at Group A and the winners from the first round of games, you have Naparima College Speyside, who I've been told is also to be reckoned with. This could be a very interesting Group A.
Yeah, I heard that Speyside, they won by 5 goals and they tell me it could have easily been double figures. And of course, you've got St. Anthony's there as well. And you never could just count out St. Anthony's. They're always a very competitive team.
And of course, the champions, Naparima College.
Yeah, so Group A looks a very, very competitive group.
Well, we've so far seen some very good individual displays, but I have to say this has been a good team display we've seen this afternoon. And I don't have a problem throwing Malik into that as well, Colin, because despite the loss, they worked very hard as a team.
Yeah, they worked hard. I just don't think, Brent, that they have the quality.
Yeah, that's what they lacked.
Yeah, they don't seem to have the quality as a Benedict, as even presentation.
No, they don't. No.
And of course, you've got Sawan North, but they're in the other group. Here is another chance. Oh! Not able to keep it in.
The defender did
there
well.
Was Bobcom giving chase.
The defender did well, Colin. He stuck with his task. And he just didn't allow, that's Isaiah Joseph, just didn't allow Bobcom the opportunity to wriggle free. That's what they're going to need, Colin, to keep this score line, at least from a pleasant looking.
But this is Garcia.
He's going to have a go.
No, he decided, he changed his mind, sends it across. Oh!
It's good football again.
He didn't keep it down, Bobcom. He couldn't keep it down, but that's good football again on the part of Garcia. Let's have a look. Garcia. You thought he was going to hit from there, Brent.
Yeah, he was going to hit. And that's a clever little pass into Bobcom's stride. Of course, always leaning back. And when you do that, Colin, the ball normally balloons over the bar. But good, enterprising, innovative play by St. Benedict's again. And the bench of Carapichaima East.
Well,
they have a lot of conversation to do at half time.
A lot of work, a lot of conversation, a lot of organizing. Of course, Brent, Caps would be a very young team, and having, you know, the last 2 or 3 years haven't had football, so it's they're all developing on a learning curve for them.
And there's been a lot of changes as well, both from the coaching department, and I'm sure even the support that they may have gotten in the past. And this is not just Carapichaima East, but I'm very sure for several of the teams in this competition. So it's a competition where some teams are just trying to find their legs again.
Remember Caps when Boyce was coaching Caps? They were some
outstanding
useful players,
There's a game right here against Shiva Boys, if you remember.
That's right.
Colin. And Shiva Boys had to pull every single trick out of the book to get away from Caps. It was a national semi-finals.
And Shiva Boys really, when you think back on Shiva Boys, they had an outstanding team, and Caps gave them a really good run.
Good run for the money,
Talk about a good run. Here's Ochoa, giving it there to, wow, he just couldn't keep it out. Giving it to Bobcom, he couldn't get the shot away. But here comes the shot, comes straight to the keeper. Well, twisting, turning, everything is happening out there, Brent. That was Garcia. They have got about 3, 4 outstanding individuals. And the shot comes, but it again, it's blocked. So this...
Well, again, you talk about the creative players within the team. Look at this for a bit of skill here. Just wondered how did Garcia get that shot off at the end. But twist and turn and wiggled. And as you rightfully said, Colin, between Garcia, Bobcom, Niles, of course, the captain, Tariq Lee, sorry. There's a tremendous amount of quality. And I'd like to throw Josiah Ochoa into that mix as well.
Well, when you look at it, Bobcom, Niles, Garcia, Lee, and Ochoa going forward are a handful. And then you've and I like how they've set up, because they've got Brown now as that sort of defensive midfielder. He's winning the ball in the middle and then just distributing it. They're really set up nicely. This is a ball sent infield. Brown is there, he clears it, gets it to Garcia. Oh, this is a good release. Ball again. Going wide is Niles. He's looking for some support. This is Morian. Cleared up field. This is Trotman. He's done well for Caps. He's been the lone man really in the midfield, taking on the Benedict's midfield. This is David. Getting backward support from Kisoon. He gets it back from Kisoon, looking to take on his man.
Well, he needs the ball.
I think he forgot the ball.
He forgot the ball. Yeah. He's done every different body move that you can make, but without the ball.
Yes, and good defending in the end.
Because, yeah, it was good defending.
Yeah, he just watched him and then casually took the ball from him.
Well, I don't mind that from David, trying to be innovative.
This is a long ball.
That's a good ball.
Garcia is running after it. This could be problems. Oh, Garcia beats his man and goes down, but the referee says get up. But you could see the intention there, Brent. He was hooking the ball over the defender to run onto it, and he slipped at the most inopportune time. Not sure he would have got it though, even if he stayed on his feet. This is Caps looking to come forward with it. Well, it's going to be a free kick. Karim, who is coming forward, gets the free kick, and one of the young fans, not sure, she's smiling a little bit, Brent, but I was saying
Mommy doesn't look happy.
Yes. Well, here is a free kick for Caps. Who's going to take it? Let's see. It looks like Trotman. Yes, it is Trotman. Can he? Is he going to go to goal from there, Brent?
Yeah, he has to go to goal.
Let's see what he's going to do. The wall is in place. Here is Trotman. Oh, you can see the disappointment etched on his face as well. Never got over the ball. Of course, it was a pretty long way out.
I think he was in two minds, because when you
cross it,
his first approach to the football looked like he wanted to cross the ball into the box, and I think he changed his mind somewhere in between. And of course, when you do that, Colin, there's only one result.
Well, here's Moran.
That's good stuff.
Looking to get it towards Niles, but it's played out, and it's going to be a throw for Benedicts. They lead by 3 goals to nil. And Garcia, Ochoa, and Lee, the goal scorers thus far. Alexander with the long throw. Actually,
it's a foul throw.
Yeah, it's a foul throw. So it's going to be a throw for Caps. There's some more of the supporters. Always get this with secondary schools football, Brent. support from the respective parents, school, classmates, etc. But here's Brown. Spreads it wide to Dimas. He gives it to Alexander, to Morian. It's pretty comfortable for Benedict at the moment.
They're queuing up as well,
yeah,
for the ball over the top.
And this is Morian. Niles, back to Morian. It's a good ball. Brown takes possession. That's a good ball. Niles, can he get it before it goes out? Yes, he can. Oh, he nearly. I thought he was going to go with it one time, getting the cross in, but he wins a corner in the end. I thought he was being a little bit too cheeky there, Brent. I thought he would have hit it one
first time, yeah.
yeah.
I just wondered if the numbers was in the box, but I think even if he did hit it and put it in an area, he would have left it for the attackers to attack it, and it probably should have gone in the box.
Well, corner for Benedict. Going to be taken by skipper Lee. Niles is there with him, but he sends it infield. The heads go up. Oh, very acrobatic there coming from Bobcom, but still danger for Caps. The shot over the bar. So just about 2 minutes left in this first half, and whatever added on time the referee decides on.
Well, I think certainly from us in Benedict's perspective, it's keeping focus. I think that would be the halftime talk by boys, because very easily teams can become complacent. I mean, you don't see that happening really from us in Benedict's. They've been very businesslike in their approach so far, Colin. But I think Boyce still has to mention it for his team, and I think for Carapichaima East, they have to find a way to, of course, stop this waves of attack by St. Benedict's.
So this is the free kick from Karim, but it's won back here by Benedict. Trouble here. Niles going on that right side. He's very speedy, very quick. Oh, he goes past the man, but that's good defending in the end. It comes off of the defender, Emmanuel, and goes behind for a corner. But Niles, he's got some speed, Brent.
Yeah, he's got some speed. As we look at the rainbow, Colin, think a Potter goal at the end there. Looks like it's behind the cycling velodrome. I suggest you go search at the end of the game.
Yeah, Brent, I'll go searching, Brent. Here is sent over the bar.
If you find anything, half is mine. And
is it?
I've heard our producer say you're wearing a SportsMax top, so you may also have to share with SportsMax as well.
I would.
So I suggest you don't look.
I wouldn't look for it because I don't know what will be left for me.
Well, that's what I was about to say, my friend. Don't go.
Yeah, I don't think I think I'll head the other way. But we're in the final 30 seconds of this first half. Oh, that's well taken down by Kissoon. But then he gives it away to Brown. I tell you, I like Brown as a defensive midfielder. He's really in that midfield.
Very well positioned every single time.
Yeah.
It's a poor pass there, but you're right, Colin. He puts himself in a position to always switch the point to attack or always give a release for St. Benedict's. And that's what you want from this, for anyone that plays in the sixth position.
And physically as well, Brent, he's an imposing figure.
Yeah.
1 minute of added on time. So just about completed that, just about 15 seconds of that 1 minute as Carapichaima have a free kick. How they would love a goal just to feel that they have a chance to get back into this game. But so far it's as Devonish has had a very quiet afternoon. Emmanuel with the header. Sent forward by Niles. Away goes Lee. Gets it. Oh, that's a good football again. This is Ochoa. And sent back upfield. But Benedict regain possession. With that man, Bobcom, who's gone over to the left side. This time it's Niles. Trying to be a little bit cute here. And there was Ochoa. being for. Oh, what a shot! Out of nothing was Morion with that shot, and the goal, it was swerving, swinging all over the place, and the goalkeeper in the end, he did well. Well, that came out of the blue. Morion just had a crack at goal, and that ball was swerving, dipping, swinging, and the keeper did well. But it's the half-time here, because there is the shot. Brent, what a good shot, and the keeper did very well.
Good shot and an even better save. Got his hand onto it. Of course, brought proceedings to end here.
Yes, so at the half, St. Benedict's, they lead here at the Atto Stadium. A very comfortable first half for them. Goals from Garcia, Ochoa, and Lee as they go into the dressing room, leading against Carapichaima East by 3-0. And it's a first half in which they ruled the roost. We'll take a break and then come back to at the Atto Stadium for more. Well, 3-0. We're at the half here at the Atto Stadium. St. Benedict's, they're leading Carapichaima by 3-0. And it's been all St. Benedict's in the first half. Carapichaima East Secondary, really, from the word go, they've been under the gun here at the Atto Stadium. Let's have a look at some of the first half highlights in which St. Benedict's were leading. They're leading by 3-0. The goals coming from Garcia, Ochoa, and Lee. So let's now have a look at these highlights here. And this is the man Ochoa, firstly sending it across. The header comes just wide. And then this is Garcia. What a good run from him, coming in field and then hitting the post and the ball going into the goal. An excellent goal there from Garcia. What a good goal from Garcia. And then we just having a look there at the stats, but that goal firstly coming coming from Garcia. What a goal from this man. He cut in beautifully and he slapped it to the far post, came off there, and then that second goal was even better from Ochoa. A ball over the top there, and Ochoa just coming in, side footing it on the volley away from the keeper. Oh, that could have, the control was great. And then we have Lee taking on the defenders, cutting back inside, having the shot going over the bar. But he was not to be denied because he got a beauty of a through ball and then he took it nicely, put it away from the keeper, and just like that, it was 3-0 for St. Benedict's. No stopping them here. They've really been in control of this game. And then a shot over the bar, and luckily for the St. Benedict's custodian, he didn't have to make a save. Let's have a look at the stats, Brent.
Well, 16 shots on goal, of course, defines a dominant first half by St. Benedict's. 9 of those shots on target, 3 by Carapichaima, 0 on target. 1 foul in the game, and that was done by St. Benedict's. No cards at all, whether in the yellow or red department. Of course, 1 offside from St. Benedict's, 0 from Carapichaima. 4 corners for St. Benedict's, 0 for Carapichaima. And 6 saves in the game, all by the Carapichaima custodian. Of course, a dominant half by St. Benedict's, a game that could have easily gone up in numbers, but so far 3-0 is the scoreline.
Yes, scoreline. Well, let's hear from some of the fans, because Siobhan, she is with some of the fans. I'm not sure if she was with St. Benedict's fans or Carapichaima fans, but let's see who she has with her.
All right, folks, I've taken to these stands, and as you can tell, I'm surrounded by St. Benedict's fans, and I have with me Chanel. So, Chanel, what is the energy right now for you? Because St. Benedict's is in the lead against Caps 3-1. How you feeling?
We're feeling very excited. We don't see we winning this game here already. We're going home with this trophy. The South League is St. Benedict's own.
I know you have a special connection with the St. Benedict's team, so who you want to shout out right now?
I want to shout out my son especially, the goalkeeper, Tien Devonish. But I want to big up all the boys on the team. We have a strong team this year under Coach Barlow and Coach Clint.
You heard it yourself, folks, and right about now we're going to send it right back over to Hans before we get into the set.
All right, we're here. Fieldside assistant coach for Carapichaima is here with me. Now, Coach Charles, let me know, how are we moving into the second half?
Well, we have to try to find some way to motivate the guys and them, and we have to do something because we're very thin. Our preparation was very short, right? We didn't get the players that we required, so we are playing with a lot of young players,
right.
First-timers. They have a lot of jitters, but they are trying their best. And that is all we can ask for, is for them to do their best and try to make the school as proud as possible with their parents also around.
Thank you very much, and hopefully they could work out those jitters moving into the second half. Assistant Coach McMillan here with me. You all played Fatima College on the opening game day. You all drew 1-1. What did you all learn from that game, and how is it impacting on the game today?
All right, well, we learned that the overconfidence of players on a match day could spoil the flow of the game, how the game is supposed to be played. As in Benedict's College, we charge our players to keep the responsibility of keeping quality football at the helm. So we have a saying at the club, at the school, when you get on that starting 11, you have to maintain the standard and the quality of the game.
Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at 2 members from the starting 11, one from either team, Caden Thomas Robertson and Jaden Grant. These features brought to you courtesy First Citizens.
That we didn't play for the 2 years, so fitness and thing was down, and the level of football was now starting to rise back up. The last time I played competitive football was at the beginning of 2022 with Premier FC in the All-Star tournament. Well, the team captain is very important to me because I have to organize my whole team and get them motivated before and in a game. I motivate myself and the team by putting in the work and doing what I have to do on the field and off the field. Well, it's been coming together pretty good because we was in camp and we got a little team bonding, and now we just back out on the field and we getting a little training done.
We play after such a long while not playing any football and having this opportunity to play in Coll once again. The last time I played competitive football was in 2019 with Carapichaima East under 14, and it was a subpar season, but it was enjoyable nonetheless. The first day of practice, fitness levels was low as we expect, but training through the COVID and through the vacation, it wasn't as hard. Well, for me, I don't know about my colleagues, but I was a little in front of them. So it was a little hard because we was now getting the opportunity. I was now stepping up to play under 16 and all that. We missed the football, just staying home, doing nothing. I think I know what's best, and I could talk to the team and bring us together as a senior and somebody who played in the school football before. We have to build chemistry, of course. It's getting better every day. Spend time with the team, training together, playing little practice games and things. I motivate myself and my teammates by reminding them to have fun. We want to be serious, but not too serious, and take all the fun out of the game. We want to win, represent the school, and represent our families and everything good.
Zach. Who's audio?
Well, the players are starting to walk back onto the field of play for the second half. And if you're now joining us, St. Benedict's, they lead by 3-0. The goals coming from Garcia, Ochoa, and Lee, and a comfortable 3-0 lead. The assistant coach was saying at half-time, Brent, when he was being asked what he thinks they'll have to do to change the course of this game in the second half, he says they'll have to motivate his players. Well, I think it's going to be a little bit more than motivation, because St. Benedict's, they were running riot over Caps.
Yeah, I think he may have alluded to that, but I think, as you rightfully said, Colin, I think structurally as well, shape-wise, there is some challenges there for Carapichaima East. But I think overall, just a gulf in, of course,
quality.
in quality is really why the situation is as it is. And he has to come up with a master plan defensively to stop the rot.
Well, David gets proceedings going for Carapichaima, and immediately a foul on Thomas Robertson, the man who has come on as a substitute. So it's going to be a free kick for Caps. So just the very first tackle in the second half. It was Brown who put in that tackle. And Brent, of course, if you follow English Premiership football, a resounding victory today. Tottenham, all the Tottenham Hotspurs fans winning 6-2 against Leicester. And Son, Heung-min Son, getting back on the score. He hasn't scored a goal for the season, and scored a hat-trick.
Well, he hasn't played particularly well throughout the season. No. And the pressure seemed to be piling on him, and that's the way you answer your critics.
Well, talking about pressure piling on, Brendan Rodgers, the manager for Leicester, I will be surprised if by tomorrow he still has a job.
Yeah, he's made some comments in the press, and rightfully so. Has not the support.
It's a ball wide. Can he keep it in? But he's in an offside position. So Holder in an offside position. So it's going to be a free kick for St. Benedict's. Yeah, he has made some comments, but they've made about 3 or 4 transfers, Brent. And some quality players have left, and
they haven't replaced them, yeah.
Yeah, they haven't replaced them. And they've got, Fofana, 70 million, somewhere in that vicinity. And you buy no one? Tell you what, if I was him, I was going to say if I was him, I would resign before they fire me. But I suppose the kind of pongs, Brent, that he must be working for, probably is better let them fire him. But here comes Benedict's with that man Niles getting it to Garcia. Oh, he's played a good ball in field. The shot from Lee just going over the bar. I think he got a little bit of a bad bounce as he was about to hit it, and it was just a little too high, and he couldn't get over the ball to keep it down.
As we have a look at St. Benedict's bench, he'll be a happy man.
Oh, he certainly will be.
He's really put together a comprehensive and well-structured unit in St. Benedict's.
Oh, yeah.
And as we talked about the team, you notice, Colin, we've not really mentioned individual or a individual as a catalyst to what we've seen so far.
Well, the substitute has been substituted. Kisoon, who came on in the first half after the 20th minute, he has come off, and the man who has come on is looks like Kyle. Is it Kyle Holder? No, it's not. We'll have to wait and see. But I think Kisoon has been substituted, and we'll just wait and get confirmation of the substitution. But here is Niles getting it in field, and one back by Caps, but it's not going to be kept in, and it's going to be a throw for Benedict's. So there is the substitution. Kai Robertson has come on for Kisoon. So we have both Thomas Robertsons on. It's Kedon and Kai. But here is Niles getting it to Garcia. Back towards Philip. Brown. Morian headed away, but this is Kedan sending it forward. That's Kedan Thomas Robertson with Brown. He settles things down, gets it across towards Alexander, who goes to Morian. So St. Benedict's really in control, knocking the ball around nicely. It goes out of play, however, and it's going to be a throw for Benedict's. It's coming up to the first 5 minutes in the second half. This is Brown spreading the play nicely, getting it wide towards that's not Alexander, that's Dimas, getting it to Dimas. But here goes Niles, the speedy Niles, plays it in field to Lee, sets it up for Garcia. Oh, they took a little too long.
Yeah,
And
he was trying to be unselfish, Colin, and maybe in that instance he needed to be selfish. Just probably needed a touch and pass it into the back of the net. But it was good. Another good build-up play by St. Benedict's. They certainly have picked up where they've left off in the first half.
certainly was. So it's certainly really good play, build-up play by Benedict's. But here's Morian playing it in field, looking to get it towards Lee. But here goes Caps. This is a good move. They've got some movement wide on the left, but they decide to go all the way back. This is David in possession. Gets it there forward, but hitting it a little bit too long. And that was actually Modest who picked up the ball wide on the right and looking to play it down the field towards Thomas Robertson. But it was hit a little too far. But Benedict's back in control. This is another good run here. They sent through. This could be another chance for Lee. Oh, he's pushed it a little too far ahead of him. Should have taken it one time, I thought, Brent. He was through and he had it on his right foot. He pushed it again, and that push was taken a little too far.
Yeah, and maybe as well he could have leaned on his defender. Of course, as we take another look at the goals here, look at that for a turn inside and shot there by that man, Garcia, putting the ball in the back of the net, and a classy finish by Josiah Ochoa, adding to, of course, the spice that St. Benedict has brought to this afternoon's fixture. And the captain, Tariq Lee, with the third item, getting past his defender. And they've been 3 goals up, and there's a huge expectancy, Colin, here in the second half for them to go further ahead.
This is the shot coming from Niles, but just a little bit wide. So a goal kick for Caps. There is the St. Benedict's bench and Coach Boyce. Benedict's on the attack again. Lee, this was a ball sent through for Lee from Garcia, but just a little too far, and goalkeeper Rivers gets it downfield. So away comes Modest. No, that's not Modest, but the shot comes, it goes a little bit wide. But there was the run forward. Coming from Davis. Goal kick taken, but not a great one. So Naps, Brent, is it Naps leading at this point in time, or Fatima College? Naps leading by 1-0 against Fatima. Oh, I'm surprised. You seem overjoyed giving me that
No, I just
latest scoreline.
No, I just want to keep you updated and informed, Colin, as I normally do.
Oh, I see.
And I zeroed in on one of the score lines that I figured you'd be updated on.
No, I don't want to be updated on that scoreline, Brent.
Do you want me to check you back if it changes?
No, I know. If it does change, you can check me back. But at this point in time, please keep it to yourself.
I will. My apologies.
That's okay. Apology accepted. But in the meantime, it's still 3-0. St. Benedict's lead here, coming up to 10 minutes played in this second half. Still a long way to go, but you just can't see Caps getting back into this game. It's all St. Benedict's. And you just have a feeling that they seem to have taken the foot off the pedal, but they're just knocking the ball around tight at the back as this ball is played forward towards Niles. He's looking up, starts to run forward, and being challenged there by Karim, and in the end here comes Benedict's again through Morion. The ball played wide on the left, and it's going to be played out. It's going to be a through for Caps, but in the meantime I think Niles is the player down.
I think for sure they have dropped the intensity that they had in the first half, and
I think they're trying to control the game, aren't they?
Yeah, and I think they've become complacent in the departments that they've been successful in, and that's transition. When they've won the football, they've moved forward quite quickly, but for some reason in the second half they've decided to take a touch or two when they were getting into Carapichaima's box quite quicker in the first half. That slowed down, and we talked a little bit about the possibility of that happening in the second half. It's natural for a team to be up comfortably to going to a stage of complacency, and it seems to be creeping in a bit in St. Benedict's. Maybe a change of personnel, Colin, may of course bring back the impetus to St. Benedict's College.
Now there is we just saw some of the St. Benedict's fans, and a couple of the Carapichaima fans talking about Carapichaima needing a goal, saying that St. Benedict's is not invincible. I must say, so far today they've looked invincible, but I suppose you've got to get behind your team and give them some support. As Caps with the throw-in. It's Modest with the throw. Gets the return ball, sends it in field. But it's picked up here by Alexander. Gets a good ball forward as St. Benedict's coming forward. This is Ochoa playing that ball in field. Is he brought down? No, says the referee. And Lee slipping at the most inopportune time. He was about to pull the throttle, and unfortunately he slipped, and nothing came of it. But Caps, they're back on the attack. That's a good ball. David getting it to Thomas Robertson.
Very good touch.
And this is David in an offside position, and it's going to be a free kick for St. Benedict's. That was an excellent touch, Brent, by it seemed to be Thomas Robertson.
Well, I just wondered for a second, Colin, if Bobcom was bundled over there in the box.
I was thinking that myself, but no real appeals from St. Benedict's players.
You're correct. I didn't see that, so I suspect it was fair gain.
There goes Niles, cutting in field with it. He's going to take the shot on, or is he going to look for a pass? He does look for the pass to Lee. Lee has the shot, no power. Seemed to have taken a little bit of a deflection, and that opted for the ball just trickling to the goalkeeper. In the meantime, it's St. Benedict's player is down. It is, let's see, it's Garcia, the player down at the moment. So he's going to get some treatment, the man who scored the opener for St. Benedict's. So it's 3-0 at the moment. Nice cool conditions here. No rain around. We had some rain earlier. We had some rain earlier, but it's turned out to be a very nice afternoon. Very cool conditions here. Nice breeze blowing across the ground. So nice cool conditions for the players. It was steaming hot this afternoon when we got underway with the very first game between Presentation and Malik. Of course, if you now join us, Presentation winning that game by 3-1. I was after Malik opened the scoring, and Presentation came back in a big way. So it's going to be the referee's going to bounce the ball and gives it back to the goalkeeper.
This is dangerous.
Yes, he actually, Brent, came out of the box, not sure what he was trying to do, and then all of a sudden he realized that Lee was on top of him. So this is St. Benedict's in possession, but they lose out as ball played forward to the cross comes. Who's going to get there? Niles was trying to get under that ball, but it comes all the way back towards Philip.
That's a good
he
ball.
Plays it in field. Ochoa gets it into Garcia. Garcia trying the shot. No power. The shot comes just wide. Well, he should have nestled that into the back of the net, but it was just wide. And of course, saw a yellow card being produced by the referee, and was Anthony Karim getting the yellow card. So 2 players down at the moment, Carapichaima, and just going back to last week, Wednesday, when we had that game between Sawa North, and what a goal from Larry Noel. He hit it, the ball was played through to him, Brent. I thought he may have picked up the ball, turned back inside. He hit it one time, gave the goalkeeper absolutely no chance. And you would think that already is a candidate for one of the goals of the season.
Well, I wondered to myself, if this is the first game of the season, and that's the type of goal that is being produced, we have certainly in for a treat for the next couple of months.
But I told you, Brent, this Larry Noel, this guy from Sawa, and boys today, those are 2 forwards that defenders, they've got to pay a close attention to, because boys today look pretty good.
Yeah, he was pretty solid, and what they both have in common, Colin, is that they make the runs that defenders don't like to follow or chase. And that's what they're very good at. They live off of those sorts of balls over the top. And any defender, and I could tell you, it's the last thing you want to do is run facing your goal. Of course, defending against in those 2 cases, Boyce and Noel, strong, quick players that you know if any mistake that you make, they're going to pounce on it, and there's a very good chance they're going to put the ball into the back of the net.
How do you compare, Brent, those 2 guys with a Tariq Lee? He seems to be a different type of player, yet he's dangerous with those balls played through the defense.
Yeah, but what I like about Lee, and I think the difference with him, is that he's always trying to get his players involved in the game. In a couple instances where I think a Boyce or Noel would have shoot the ball, Lee, in difference, he passes it.
And as we see there, he played that ball back. Yeah. And Garcia is going to give chase. Is he going to get there before? Yes, he does. And he's playing it back towards Philip. The cross ball comes, the heads go up, and eventually the keeper was coming, but it was cleared away by Joseph. He took no chances, and it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. So we see
and
substitution.
I think, Colin, sorry to cut you, I think that's why we've been so excited about the St. Benedict's performance so far, because we've seen good individual performances. You talked about Boyce, you talked about Noel, but this St. Benedict's team has shown us, of course, unfortunately Garcia looked to be in a bit of pain, but what they have shown us is a very good overall performance, collective performance so far.
Great team performance. We see some substitutions being made for St. Benedict's. We'll have to give you those substitutions in a minute. I can tell you one of the substitutes that have come on is Jaden Grant, and he seems to have gone on top. Another man on the field is the man on the ball now. That looks like Critchlow, Rishon Critchlow. That's a good ball, as Lee has picked up that position wide on the right, looking to play a 1-2, and eventually it's cleared away. This is Brown getting it, of course, to Philip. This is Lee playing that ball right across the field. Brown gets it back to Philip. He sends it too close to the keeper, and that's going to be the keeper ball. Let's look at the substitutes there. Jaden Grant has come on for Bobcom, and so Bobcom is off. Jaden Grant is on. So we had the 3 substitutes coming on. Tarek Lee has moved to that right side where Bobcom had picked up that position. Bobcom was wide on the right, and Lee has gone out there, as Jaden Grant has picked up that position more in the center of the field. Here goes Grant, it hits him on his back. Ball comes to Brown. Brown seems to be in a more advanced position, as that ball was played to Grant. He had the shot, but it was rolling towards the keeper. This is Holder looking to go down the left side. Loses out. Ball all the way in the back. Gets it to Alexander. He gets it to Dimas. So the substitute there for Benedict's. Garcia is off, and Critchlow is on. So here goes Brown for Benedict's, looking for Lee. He slips again. I'm wondering, Lee he's gone down a few times, Brent. I wonder if his boots, he's got the right footwear.
Well, he's struggling to stay on his feet. He's making some sharp runs into the box. I don't think his attire is allowing him to stay up. But it's been a good passage of possession here by St. Benedict's. You wonder if they're going to have a good end product to this.
I see. There was Emmanuel quickly playing it out, and it's going to be a throw for Benedict's. So just about coming up to 67.5 minutes. So 22 minutes so far gone in this second half, and still no change from that first half scoreline of 3-0. Niles is going to give chase. He's going to get that just before it goes out of play. Looks to take on his man. He's getting some backward support from Philip, but this is Brown in possession. Goes wide on that right side. As this is Lee playing it back in field, and it's played by Grant. Gets it to Brown, sending it wide on the right. This is Lee. It goes right across. That is the miss of the season. The man who has come on as a substitute, Jaden Grant, all he had to do was to allow that ball to hit him, and it would have gone in the net. But a beauty of a ball from Brown, goes wide onto Lee. Lee crossed it, and would you believe it, Jaden Grant, an open goal. He would not like to see that again, Brent.
No, and I think he would have used the wrong foot there, Colin. I may have gone with my left foot once it came across. But another good passage of play, good build-up. Eventually going across to Lee, who puts it across. And Brown with the simplest of chances, really. Just somehow put it over the bar.
Well, here goes Benedict. I was about to ask you, Brent. They seem to. Here goes Lee. He's come inside, has the shot over the bar. It took a deflection. I was about to say, you know, we talked a little bit earlier, you know, that they seem to have dropped their intensity. They're more now looking to take possession of the ball, knocking it around. But you know, and it seemed that they were very contented with the three goal lead.
Well, I think it's a combination of two, Colin. First of all, complacency has stepped into this in Benedict's team, where in the first half they would have taken one touch to make some of the play. They're taking 2 and 3 touches, of course, and that, of course, seeing the play being closed down by Carapichaima East. And I think the second part of it is Carapichaima East is actually have more bodies back than they did in the first half.
Yeah.
So they have congested the middle of the park. If you look at the way they have set up, they're almost playing with a 5-man midfield, with 4 of them really in the central positions and not allowing St. Benedict's the amount of freedom that they would have had from a territorial side of things in the first half.
Well, here is the corner, but the heads go up and headed over the bar by Grant. But what a miss from Grant there, Brent. As you rightly said, he should have gone with his left foot. And but he could have that ball could have just hit him and it would have gone in the goal.
He didn't need to do anything.
Yes. Well, he'll remember that for a while. But if you're going to miss, Brent, that type of goal, it's better you do it at 3-0 up.
Yeah.
This is Lee. He's had a really good game for Benedict, coming in field, looking to play a 1-2 there with Grant. And the ball actually comes there. Oh, another miss here, because the ball came to goalkeeper Rivers. He couldn't hold on to it. He actually pushed it straight onto the left boot of Lee, who tried to steer it into the goal, but he steered it high over the bar.
Well, the ball comes out to Lee. It was always instinctive, wasn't it, really? And because of that, the ball popped over the bar. At 3-0, they're comfortable. But when you look at things from the bigger picture and some of the score lines in the first round of games, Colin, in this group, you had Naparima, of course, beating St. Augustine 9-1, and Speyside beating this very same Carapichaima East team 5-0. So you wonder if goal difference is going to play a part. So it's this complacency, although it's very early, could play a factor.
Well, here's Niles.
That's a foul.
Gets it better. Well, he was in an offside position.
No, it's a foul.
Was it?
Yeah, it looks like a foul.
Okay, I thought he got wrong, the defender, but well, the important thing for Carapichaima is that they've got a free kick.
So the complacency and not scoring goals, Colin, it may not impact on the final result here in terms of all 3 points.
Yep.
But how will it weigh in when it comes down? Because currently, you may like this news, Colin, it's 1 apiece.
Well,
Fatima and Naparima.
It's just a matter of time, Brent.
I'm not sure about that one.
I told you that. It's just a matter of time. And Fatima is at home, right? Fatima at home?
Yeah, Fatima's at home.
You don't come to Mukarapa Road and win so easily, Brent.
Not sure about that, Colin. I remember many times winning there.
Yes. Niles tried to go forward and took the ball out of play. This is Niles again, looking for some backward support. Gets it from Brown, who goes all the way back to Dimas. Hey, Devonish, he's finally got a touch of the ball in the second half. This is Alexander playing that ball forward to Ochoa. Man who's come on as a substitute, Morris. He then plays it forward as Ochoa was making that run. But here's Lee. Oh, he goes past his man. He's taking on another one. It comes right across the, just outside the box. The shot from Brown.
Got to finish.
No, he gave it to Grant. Well, he's made amends. I thought the shot would have come from Brown. And what Brown did, he slipped it to his left to Grant. And Grant, did he bury it? Is it Grant? Yes, I think it is Grant. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm all... Yes, there is... I thought Brown would have taken the shot just about here, Brent, but he passed it on.
It was the right decision.
Yeah,
he laid it off to Grant. Of course, two encroaching defenders from Carapichaima. He's about to close the ball down, and Brown rightfully passed it across the ground. Slipped it across the ground. Good decision by Brown to put it there, and it's those sorts of decisions St. Benedict's are making is the reason why we're talking about the collective. They're not too fussed about who scores and how they score. What they are trying to do is make sure that they make the right decisions in front of goal, especially from an attacking perspective. And that's what makes them so dangerous.
But that would give Grant, though, a lot of confidence, because he missed which will probably, Brent, be the sitter of the season. But he's come back now and he buried that one. He took it well because he could have so easily hit that over the bar. But he ran onto it. In the meantime, a defender is down from Caps. Not too sure who it is. It could very well be David. Let's see, he's back up on his feet. Referee's asking him just to go off the field for a minute. See who it is. But we're just about getting ready to restart. So we've got just 15 minutes left of this game. And it's actually the man who has come off is Modeste. So it is Benedict back in control. 4-0, the lead, as Niles goes forward, gets it to Brown. You realize that Brown is in a much more advanced role in this half, Brent.
And he's taken it like duck on water. And he's the type of player that you love to have in your team. He seems very comfortable either playing at a 6, 8 or 10. And what is good about him, it's not just his physicality, but he seemed to have a pretty decent football brain as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were talking in the first half about his defensive duties. He was picking, long balls coming up. He was protecting his back four, winning the headers, putting in the tackles. He really did a masterful job as a defensive midfielder. Here, in this half, he's been more in an attacking role, and as you rightly said, he's fitted in nicely. Here he is now in possession, turns with it, plays that ball nicely forward to Philip. And is it going to be a goal kick? I think it is. And Philip just couldn't get the ball across. And so Caps have a goal kick.
There.
So 3 first half goals by Garcia, Ochoa and Lee. And then in the second half, the substitute coming on and scoring the 4th. That is Jaden Grant. It's going to be a throw for Caps. Well, what will this do, though, Brent, to the psyche of the Caps players? I mean,
it's about
coming off two back-to-back defeats.
I was about to comment on that. They've conceded 9 goals in 2 games so far, although we've not finished this game, the second game. And if you're Coach Harding and Coach Charles, it's really about learning, and they have to show them the good thing about these games is being recorded. They have to show them their mistakes. It's not just going in there and, of course, throwing and yelling and shouting. This is where you teach the young players where they've gone wrong, and I think that's important that they do that.
Well, here's Brown, sends it across, and it's cleared away. So we're seeing a different Brown in the second half. A Brown who's taking on players, going to the byline, getting the ball across. Just couldn't find a green shirt. Here he is. Gets that throw in. He's looking around, getting some backward support from Niles. Eventually it's cleared downfield. That's a good take from David. So Caps trying to put a couple of passes together, and unfortunately,
they've been better in the second half, Colin. They have been. They've been a lot more resilient for one, and in patches, they've shown flashes of possessing the ball. So going back to your question, that's what they have to show the good and the bad.
You see, it's one thing because we heard the assistant coach talk at halftime about motivating the players. It's one thing motivating players, but you also got to talk to them and show them their mistakes.
Yeah,
their positional play and that type of thing.
And secondary schools football is about teaching young players. It's as much as we are about results and getting results, and I would say, Colin, that we are caught up in getting results, and sometimes the teaching and development of a player is thrown out the window.
I agree with you 1,000%. I mean, you know, everything now is so. Here's Lee, sends it across. This could be 5. Wrong. It is wrong. I tell you what, if anybody on the field deserves a goal, it's that man. Well, he's put it into the back of the net. Ephraim Brown on the second attempt, but again, made by Tariq Lee. He went down the right side, sent the ball across, and there was Brown attacking it and hitting it one time. It came off the keeper, and let's look at Lee going down that right side, Brent, and in comes Brown. Hit it with the left foot, and then there was Grant trying to steal that goal from Brown, but Brown would have none of it.
It's a good save initially, but Brown coming in again in that advanced position. He's certainly a handful.
Talk about you know, someone fitting in nicely into a position, which Brown has done going forward. Lee has picked up that position wide on the right and looks very comfortable going up that right side. It's really a good performance here from St. Benedict's. They now lead by 5-0. So Carapichaima, they've conceded in terms of double figures now. As Benedict's totally in control. I don't think, you need to remind me, Brent, I don't think Devonish has had a save to make for the entire game. Here goes Niles, the speed of Niles. He cuts inside and he's got a foul.
It's going to be a card, that's for sure.
Let's see, the referee has given a card. It looks like Modest who's got the card. It is Modest.
Yeah, he can't play the ball while the referee is showing the card, as we see. Good turn of heels there.
He just looks like sort of pulled him back. A Brent Sancho type foul.
Not
just
sure
pulling him back.
I was about to say there's a rugby type tackle. I'm not sure about a Brent Sancho foul. I'm normally ahead of forwards because of my speed. Unbelievable pace.
Oh, I hear you. It was it was just a little tug, but it was effective because it stopped Niles. Now Niles is so different to the others because, Brent, what he does is change of pace is so lethal. He picks up the ball and all of a sudden he takes off and he catches the defenders napping. There he is, the number 11 in his back. Jeremiah Niles. Tell you, I like this St. Benedict's team going forward. I think they are really a handful.
I think the only, of course, point that sticks out for us is that we haven't really seen them tested defensively.
Yes.
So as much as we have been very impressed with what we've seen going forward, I think defensively we haven't seen it. And but that being said, it's been a very impressive attacking display, and although of course, like most colleges league, like most secondary schools football league game, quality could always be better. I think the ideas that we've seen, the innovation that we've seen from St. Benedict's College in this game has been quite impressive.
Certainly has been. So they have a free kick, and Niles is there, and the man who's come on as a substitute, LaShawn Morris, is also there. So, well, here is a 3-man wall now being set up. Is that enough, Brent? 3 men in the wall. So it seems to be Morris. Here is Morris. It goes right through the wall and just beats the post. So not sure if that was going inside, if Rivers would have been able to get to it.
Well, I was surprised he went with 3 men in the wall in the first place.
I couldn't understand that. That was obviously the place he was going to go.
Well, he set the wall and he's gone all the way to the other side of the goal.
So you see, it's those little things that you need help.
Well, as I said, the games here are recorded and it's all available on various platforms, and I, from a learning perspective, you do hope that the coaches, of course, go back to these games to show their players.
Yeah.
I've been in many situations where you tell a player something that they've done wrong, and they're very quick to say, "Who, me, coach? Not me." But when they see it,
they point it out to them.
when you see it, it's very hard for them to utilize those words.
Here's Ochoa. Coming in field with it. Slips it to Lee. Oh, look at the pace. There could be another goal. Oh, just the final pass was not what he expected, but he's got it back. And in fact, he's offside. And it's going to be a free kick for Caps. Or did that go outside? Brent, your man of the match.
I think there are a couple candidates.
Yes.
Colin.
It's a little, this is a little worrisome.
Yeah, I think obviously, as we take another look here, that good bit of skill, eventually laying it into the captain's part, Tariq Lee. And he drives it, he just turns in the afterburners here. I thought he could have rolled it across the goal instead of cutting it back.
Yeah.
Although, I think also the runs into the box, one should have held the run.
I think he looked to get it back to Grant, but here goes Grant this time. He's got Niles wide, and this could
finish.
be 6-0. It is 6-0. It is 6-0, and it's that man Niles, Jeremiah Niles. He scored his second for the afternoon. He's another one of them, Brent, that one has to say he's really a good player. Grant turned nicely, saw Niles unmarked.
That's a good finish. Confident finish. Goalkeeper had no chance. Again, good football by St. Benedict's, laying it off. Niles with the simplest of tasks, tucking it under the goalkeeper for a 6-0 lead. As we talked about, of course, this attacking force that is St. Benedict's College. They're showing different sides and different shapes and different shades.
Yep. Well, we're in the last 4 minutes now of this game, and St. Benedict's romp into victory here, 6-0. And that could be 7.
Trouble.
This is Grant. Oh, that's 7-0. Grant has come on as a substitute, and it was a complete disaster at the back for Caps. They weren't sure what they were doing. And there was Grant winning possession. Let's have a look. One possession, Brent. They never got rid of the ball, and all he had to do was to tuck it away from the keeper.
Very good finish. He tucked it away. Of course, won the ball.
He could have had a hat-trick.
He could have had a hat-trick. But the finishes that he's had, Colin, despite the miss, of course, the horrendous miss, he's been able to put the ball into the back of the net. And you talk about man of the match. I wonder if you can give a team man of the match. I would give it to the entire St. Benedict's team.
I'll tell you, I have 3 candidates, and if you could help me narrow it down, I'll be happy. I have Tariq Lee. I have the man who scored his second goal, Jeremiah Niles. As we look at St. Benedict's, they're romping now. It's going to be, finally the ball is cleared. And then I also have Ephraim Brown. Those are my 3 candidates. I don't know, I mean, Ochoa had a good game, but I think those 3 that I've called must be the three leading candidates for man of the match.
Well, I'll go with Lee from a captaincy point of view.
Yeah. Well,
the easiest way.
Yeah, and this is a shot going over the bar. He created a couple goals and he scored as well. So I think he's been good. And what has been good as well, Brent, we talked about him coming down through the center in the first half, and then he was switched to wide on the right, and he's created all sorts of problems, given that space going at the Caps defense. Here's Caps making a substitution. Number 21. Nicholas Tristan is the man coming on. And who is coming off? It seems to be Anthony Karim, is it? Yes, Anthony Karim coming off. So Tristan for Karim. So it's 7-0. The player of the match, I think, Brent, we'll give it to the captain of St. Benedict's, Tariq Lee.
And then in turn he splits it with the other 2-3 players as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it was that close.
Says well, Devonish, finally, he gets a touch of the ball. He's probably say, oh, this is what the football looks like. Says Critchlow. I think Carapichaima players now probably just can't wait for the whistle to be sounded, but this is Tariq Lee still in possession. Niles is wide on the left. Here goes Lee. Oh!
That's why he's man of the match.
That's why he's man of the match. My word. He just coolly sliced through the Carapichaima defense and tucked it away from the keeper. And that's what I was saying, Brent. Carapichaima players, they probably can't wait to come on the field. What a goal from Tariq Lee. Picked up that ball and he just went straight through the car. Let's have a look, Brent. Look at him.
Well, he picked it up here. He had an option outside, started to slalom through the Carapichaima East defense and tucked it away. Good close control and an even better finish, of course, to buffer the scoreline. Look at that. For a bit of skill by the captain, Tariq Lee.
Did we say that St. Benedict's easy and going calm with the 3 goals? They were quite contented. They look like they won double figures. Here is Niles. He's another one who has had a cracker of a game. Gets the return ball. 8-0. St. Benedict's College lead Carapichaima East Secondary. 3 minutes added on time. I'm sure the Carapichaima East Secondary players would have wanted less than that. But
well, I think the injections of the substitutes have risen, of course, the tempo of the game. Of course, now they're coming into the pitch, onto the pitch and wanting to obviously do well.
Yeah, Grant is one, and the switch to Lee going outside. You know, he's got the room, Brent. He's been outside there, and he's just been maneuvering and going through the defenders. Here is the free kick. It's going to be taken. Goes close to the keeper, but cleared away. Oh, this is Lee. He's playing now with Carapichaima, isn't he? And eventually sent downfield. He's playing with Carapichaima now, Brent. Tariq Lee. He's going to be one that one has to look for during the course of this season.
And you look at the changes that has come on. Critchlow, who just passed the ball off. Of course, you talk about Jaden Grant, and they've kept the flow of the game and of course the quality that we've seen. Commentators curse for Critchlow, but they've kept the flow and of course the quality of the team. So it looks like not just a 1 through 11 for St. Benedict's, but certainly a 1 through 18 man squad. Of course, Jeremiah Joseph, another substitute that would have come on the pitch as well. They've not dropped the quality from what we've seen. In fact, they've the game has certainly gone a bit above notch.
Could it be a situation where they're also looking to say to the coach, hey, we need to start?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, Jaden Grant, for example, he's come on. Yes, he had that horrific miss, but he scored 2 goals.
And assisted on 1.
Right. So is it a situation where the coach may say, hey, let's start with him up front. Let's push Lee wide on the right. But then Bobcom, he had a very good game as well. But here is the cross ball. Goes to the far post, looking for Niles. And the shot coming, but it's going to... Oh, he had a keeper. I thought it was going over the bar, but he had to touch it.
It was always going to be a troublesome one.
Yeah, Jeremiah Joseph having that shot and just going over. The keeper had to push it over the bar. So we've played the 3 minutes of added on time. So I think this will be the final bit of action, the corner. And after this, I wouldn't be surprised if the referee blows the final whistle.
This could be trouble, and they've done well to clear it.
Cleared it away, and the referee calls a halt to proceedings. And Carapichaima, their nightmare has come to an end here as St. Benedict's. They have romped away here with a commanding performance by 8-0. beating this Carapichaima East secondary school team who were totally outplayed, outclassed and outscored by 8 goals to nil. They never had a look in at the St. Benedict's goal. It's been a really superb performance by St. Benedict's. St. Benedict's winning by 8 goals to nil. Yes, so 8 goals to nil, 3 in the first half, 3 in the first half, 5 in the second half, Brent. Let's have a look at these highlights. Well, the first goal coming from Garcia, working his way inside, having the shot, it came off the bar and then into the back of the net. So that was 1-0, a really good goal from him. Look how he cuts back inside, has that shot, knew exactly what he wanted to do, and that was a superb opener from Garcia. And then the second goal, we'll have a look at that in a minute. That was another very classy goal, going over the top, and there was Ochoa just volleying the ball, played over the top. He got it and just volleyed it the side of the foot, never hit it with the instep, and just pushed it away from the keeper into the back. That was 2 goals to nil. And then Tariq Lee got into the action, a through ball, ran onto it, and didn't he take it well? He had a defender for company, another one was coming across, he got there before the two of them and put it into the back of the net. Really a superb goal from him. Another chance going the Benedict's way, they went over the bar. And then in the second half, the Benedicts again taking control. Brong giving it to Grant, he put it into the back of the net, made it 4 goals to nil. There was Brong, not selfish, he realized that Grant was in a better position, just laid it off for him and he hit it high in the roof of the net. And then it was the Tariq Lee show. This ball sent across and into the back of the net was Brong, as Lee came right up that right side, sent it across, and Brong putting it into the back of the net. And then Niles, he scored goal number 6, all alone, coming in at the far post and pushing it into the back of the net. 6 goals to nil with that second goal from Niles. And then here is Grant winning the ball from the defender, bad defending, a mistake, he capitalized on it and pushed it into the net. And then to me, there was a Grant winning possession and then had the simple task of putting it in the back. And the goal of the match to me was Tariq Lee, weaving his way through the defenders and then calmly slotting it into the back of the net for his second goal of the afternoon, and easily a man of the match performance by Tariq Lee. And it could so easily have been double figures here, and there is he waving his way through that defense and putting it into the back of the net. So 8 goals to nil, St. Benedict's winning easily. Brent, let's have a look at these stats.
Well, a remarkable 31 shots by St. Benedict, 17 of those on target, 3 shots, 0 on target by Carapichaima. 4 fouls collectively, 2 apiece, St. Benedict's and Carapichaima. Of course, 2 cards in the game, 2 of those going to Carapichaima. 3 offsides, 1 St. Benedict's, 2 Carapichaima. 5 corners in the game, St. Benedict's having all 5 corners, and of course 9 saves by the Carapichaima custodian. A comprehensive victory by St. Benedict's by 8 goals to nil.
Easy victory. Let's go down to Hans. He's got the 2 coaches with him.
Thank you very much, Brenton. Colin downstairs right now with Coach Harding. Coach Harding, obviously not the result you would have wanted, but looking at the entire Secondary Schools Football League Premiership fixtures, I mean, 13 goals your team has conceded, unable to hit the back of the net as yet. How do you develop and keep these players motivated as you all get ready to face Fatima College that drew with this St. Benedict side?
Well, that's a hard question. I had to try something. I had to try to motivate them for the next game. So I just had to go back and see what I can do for the next game.
Well, we look forward. It's early days still. Coach, keep your head up. We can get inside the game, all right? This is the result you would have wanted, Coach Boyce. Now, last game, you all drew at Fatima College, 1-1. This one, a very confident victory. Is it that the team is picking up momentum as the season goes on?
Yes, the first game, they had some little nervousness and thing. And this game, they really wanted to prove that they could really play the football and play with normal style and be confident about it. And today they show us the coaching staff that they came out and delivered today.
Well, Coach, all the best to you and the team. You all face Speyside, which is a very convincing, very confident team as well. This is where we bring the curtains down here at the Atto Bolden Stadium on the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools Football League Premiership Division, sponsored in part by First Citizens. We get ready for a battle of the Saints. The Saints from the West St. Anthony's College bring to their home St. Augustine Secondary, the Saints of the East. On behalf of the entire SportsMax team, we thank you for watching us on SportsMax, the SportsMax app, Tiger Tank Sports on YouTube, and of course on CCN TV6. Join us next time for the Secondary Schools Football League Premiership Division. I'm Hans Devines. Thank you and good night.